2.
Welcome.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I'm still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up.
Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
LoveLine's meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Morals and virtues, and then they're banging the first altar boy who falls asleep in the wings of the church.
Right. So wait, I got to interrupt you because you've always said, please, because you always said you're skeptical about people that sort of seem overly involved in whatever they're doing, and really it's because you don't trust their motivation, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's all. Clarify. Sorry.
Yeah, and we were just talking about there's other self-help talk shows out there, no doubt about it.
Right.
And to me, they're all the same people. They're fat guys that are middle-aged, balding, can't get laid, so they become fed up with the system. And they start bashing Bill Clinton. Or they're the women who delve out the advice. And they're always the same one. They're really, early 50s, late 40s, but they dress like Sandra Dee. They had way too many facial peels, way too much mascara. Their hair changes color as much as producer Ann's.
Oof.
Well, producer Ann can get away with it.
Because she is young.
And I know as soon as the mic goes cold every night, they throw a clipboard at their producer and go off into a tantrum. I don't trust these people. I think they're on the radio because they like the sound of their own voice.
Except for the peels, it sounds like Adam, doesn't it?
As opposed to LoveLine, which is here to fill a valuable void in society. Sure, I'm here to hear my own voice, but if you're going to hear someone's voice, you might as well hear mine. And Drew, you don't care if there's 5 million people or 5 people listening. It's the same rap.
Right.
Not an ounce of pretension in this man. There's no showbiz in Dr. Drew. He aims to please, he means to help, and that's it.
Would it be nice if I had a little showbiz in me? Would that help you?
You know not to step on my tirades, yeah.
Sorry.
Did this damn show. How many years did you do the show for free, Drew?
8 years.
8 years for free here on the fabulous K-Rock in Los Angeles. I wonder how many of those other talk show hosts, those people that are doing the, we're getting together a Come From Love cruise where I've booked out a fishing vessel, and it's going to cost $49.95, and everyone can come aboard. Oh, and by the way, you can buy one of my cassettes as well. Knowing the inner you and divorcing the inner man. I wonder let me enjoy my weenie, please. I wonder how many of them can say they worked on the air for 8 years for free. Without hawking something. They're always pushing something. Does Drew ever, in the 14 years you've been on the air, Drew, have you ever got a patient off of the air?
I have maybe.
Just say no, would you?
No, well, I got to be honest. Once or twice I referred to a hospital where I work, but that's it.
Have you ever made a penny off of a listener in 14 years?
No.
And let me tell you something, kiddies. Being a doctor is a business. It relies on patience. People have to come through the door. Drew's patients die faster than smokers, and he really needs to sign up new ones. And he does not do this, do you, Drew?
I don't need to sign. I'm too busy practicing.
Yeah, and it's no different than if you ran an auto body shop. You can rest assured if we were doing some car improvement show on Sunday mornings, you'd be giving the number out to the body shop you worked at every 5 minutes. Drew, what is the reason you don't use your last name on this show?
Because when I first started doing this show, I wanted to be sure that no one ever felt that I did this for self-promotion.
Right. But what about now? What about a little promotion, Drew?
No,
just here to help. No. All right. That's what I love about the man.
God, you were so attacking last night, and you were so warm and fuzzy tonight. It almost makes me uncomfortable. You all right?
I'm very passive-aggressive. No, I'm kiss-assive-aggressive.
Is something coming? Is something behind this?
Drew, do you want to take a moment and marvel at that comment?
Yes.
Would you like to write that down?
Funny. You're the funniest man on earth. You are.
Kiss-assive-aggressive? Well, it's a love-hate thing I have at Drew. It's actually a love-hate-hate because there's a little more hate than love. Nicole.
He's kind of sensitive.
Nicole.
Oh, yeah?
Hey.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I was talking to my friend.
All righty.
Hey there.
You're 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hi. Oh, are we allowed to turn on the radio?
No.
No. Okay. It's off. Don't worry.
Go right ahead.
Huh?
You're on the air, Nicole.
Okay. Hi. Well, me and my friend, our friend is... Well,
Hold on 1 second, Nicole. Here's the thing that amazes me about teenagers on the phone. Anybody who's been around a teenager, who was once a teenager, or who is currently a teenager, knows the average teenager spends 4.5 hours a night on the phone. Does he or she not, Drew?
Yeah, but you have to learn how to do other things at the same time as you're on the phone.
You do nothing but talk on the phone when you're a teenager.
Right.
You have hour and 45-minute conversations with nobody on the phone. Yet, whenever a teenager calls up this show, they go into tard mode all of a sudden. It's somebody who has spent logged more hours on the phone in the last year and a half than anybody alive, comes on this show, all of a sudden cannot figure out this new technology. Huh?
The telephone?
Hello? What? Huh? Hello? What happens? These are people that spend hours every day on the phone. We'll try this again. Nicole?
Yeah?
All right. What's your question?
Okay, me and my friend, our other friend is a lesbian, and it just makes us feel really uncomfortable when we're around her.
Hold on a second. How old is your other friend?
Our other friend is 14.
How do you know she's a lesbian?
Well, because she's been to, her therapy and her mom and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
Does she tell you this?
Well, yeah, she's not embarrassed about it.
I understand that. Does she tell you that?
Yeah.
That's her sexual preference.
Mm-hmm.
And why is it uncomfortable for you guys?
Well, because just the way she acts around us.
Which is how?
Well, she just kind of undressing and she's just kind of touchy around us and everything. She just likes to.
Mm-hmm. So you feel a little awkward.
Yeah.
You feel as if she's going to overpower you sexually?
Something.
Force you to do something you don't want to do?
Kind of. She's just that way around us.
Uh-huh. Do you have any ambivalence about your own sexuality? Maybe you might be interested?
Oh, no.
No.
Mm-mm.
All right. Do you think she could take you in a fist fight?
I don't think so.
She couldn't. You got to be pretty scrappy to kick a lesbian who's a year older. All right. Well, then, Nicole, what are you worried about?
Well, me and my friend, we don't really know how to tell her that we feel uncomfortable around her.
Right.
And because every time we try to, she just kind of turns around, or it just doesn't feel.
All right. Well, listen, if you try to and she won't have any of it, and you feel uncomfortable around her, maybe you should just stop hanging out with her.
Yeah.
And then if she says, why did you stop hanging out with me? Then you say, well, there's the whole lesbianism thing, and we've tried to broach the subject a couple of times, and it's not working.
Right.
So we became frustrated, and then that opens it up.
Fair enough.
Well, listen, we get these calls all the time. My best friend tried to stab me in my sleep, and... Well, I'm wondering how we can make up. It's listen... If someone's doing something you really don't like and they do it all the time and they make you uncomfortable and then you try to talk to them about it and they don't want to talk to you about it, go ahead and give up on them.
Right.
That's my motto.
Right, especially if it's a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Especially if it's just a friend.
Yeah.
Right. Your own family. You have to sort of stick it out with them. Unfortunately. Peg, 15.
Hi.
Hey.
My problem is that, last year, I had this teacher, and he was like a father for me, kind of. And this year, when school started up again, he stopped talking to me, and because of that, I got really, really bad depression.
Why do you think he stopped talking to you?
Huh? What?
Why do you think he stopped talking to you?
I don't know. Probably because I wasn't a student or something, but. We were really close. I don't understand why.
You weren't in his class this year, huh?
No, I went to high school.
What did you expect the relationship to be?
Well, he told me that he'd still, help me with stuff and be my friend.
Well, you went to high school, so you're not even going to the school he's working at?
Right.
Well, how do you expect to see the guy?
Well, he told me to come by because I live really close.
By his home?
By the school.
And did you?
Yeah.
And what happened?
He told me that he couldn't talk to me and he left.
All right.
Somebody must have gotten on him. Because there are, even with best intention, teachers sometimes can get overly involved with students rather. If there are unclear boundaries and if the propriety of the relationship looks a little bit peculiar. If, in other words, you're spending a little too much time alone together, if it looks bad even, a teacher needs to watch out what they're doing. And indeed, when it looks bad, oftentimes it's because the boundaries have become blurred. He's no longer the teacher, he's friend. Well, he's not your friend, he's your teacher. And the teachers need to remain the teacher. They can be friendly, and they can be supportive, and they can be available, but he's not your friend, he's your teacher.
Yeah, when I was in junior high, the teachers were like the commandant of some sort of prison camp. There was no friendship going on whatsoever. I
remember we had one cool.
It was really just out and out abuse when I went to junior high.
Those are the days that like the beef and butthead teacher.
Yeah,
that's when those got started. It was right about when I was junior high.
Yeah, see, I just missed those guys. Yeah. I got their Nazi cousins who came in. I got like the backlash from that. Yeah, what Drew is saying, and what Drew was going through, because Drew is, 5 years older than I am?
Yeah.
All right. Jesus Christ, that's sad.
What?
I always think of you as like being, a lot older than me, and that's all right because, when people are like a lot older than you, but they're much further along in their life, and you think, well, that's all right, easier. I could get myself a doctorate, or I could go back to school, or I could raise a family, or I could get a practice. And 5 years.
6 years. All right, 6 years.
It's not a lot. All right, the point is this. This is, 1976, 1977, and there's this whole sort of Billy Jack mentality that's going on in schooling, which is call your teacher by your first name, by their first name. Hey, this is Harvey. He's wearing sandals in the class. He's going to bring his acoustic guitar out. And we're all going to, because kids are people. There's this whole kids are people, this whole kids' rights thing that was going on.
Well, the post-Vietnam War was the adolescents knew better. Really good for them.
Well, the man knew how to do was pollute and kill the gooks.
Right.
But the kids, they know.
Yeah. Never got over that.
Never got over it. The point is, by the time I got to high school or junior high, Drew, that phase had long gone, and we'd had a knee-jerk reaction and come right back into the harsh reality of Mr. Bramson, who had a. Actually, it was Mr. Mallon who taught plastics, who had a drinking fountain in his class, but the kids couldn't use it because when you came in, you had to sit down, and when you worked, you had to work. And when you cleaned up, it was cleanup time. And, of course, when the bell rang, that meant you dutifully hopped out of your desk and exited the class. So there was the drinking fountain. There it was in the San Fernando Valley, early June, 117 degrees with a swamp cooler on the fritz. And you couldn't get near that drinking fountain. I said, this is beautiful. Why is it that shop teachers and PE teachers that loathe children? I mean, there's three types of people in this life. There are people that like kids, there's people that are sort of indifferent, and then there's people that really loathe them.
Right.
The people that hate children teach shop and PE at the junior high level. I swear to God, I would like to kick the ass of every shop teacher I had in junior high. I'd really like to just go up to all these guys and just put a whooping on them. I really would. They were all tremendous a-holes and verbally abusive, and they're all these, all the same guys. They all look like Ed Asner with a bad rug. Big, hairy forearms, sort of stout guys, a couple bad marriages. I'm sure their story was all the same. I don't think they had any teaching credential, but they got tossed... They got tossed off the job site a few years back, but they were journeymen something, and they took on this trade and taught it at the junior high level. But nobody hated kids more than the shop teachers at Walter Reed Junior High. I guarantee you that.
They probably started by loving the kids, though.
Maybe for the first half semester they loved the kids.
They probably started loving kids, and then they are surrounded by to them 24/7, and now they hate them.
One too many bongs and skateboards in wood class, and that was it.
And you got to remember that these were experienced through the classroom in which Adam Carolla was in attendance.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so there might have been a distinct color or flavor to those classes.
Oh, they hated me.
Just imagine. I'm just suspecting it.
All right. Well, the joke's on all of them. They're home begging for their measly pittance of a retirement, and here I am. What am I doing? All right, Jonathan, 17.
Yeah, I was wondering if psilocybin, the hallucinogenic component of mushrooms, was any safer for you than LSD?
Well, it's a question that I sort of hate to answer for many reasons. One is that it's sort of like comparing one ill against another.
Hey, there it is, Drew. 2 nights in a row in the first hour.
Sorry.
All right.
But to the extent that one is a weaker hallucinogenic, it seems to have weaker consequences, lesser consequences. The psilocybin appears to be safer. There's less research, there's less clinical experience with psilocybin, so I can't say that with great accuracy. But it has been my experience that I have not seen much in the way of real consequence from psilocybin, while I've seen tons from LSD.
Oh, are you trying any of these things, Jonathan?
I did once, but I don't intend to do it anymore.
Which one did you do?
Mushroom.
Yeah. I miss mushrooms. I haven't done mushrooms in a million years.
You did it twice?
No, I've done mushrooms like 4 times maybe in my life.
People are really doing mushrooms now a lot.
Oh, they are?
Well, I heard
got to get out there.
I heard people talking at a sort of like a gas station. They're like, oh yeah, people talk about used to talk about going and having a beer.
Oh, really?
You're like,
wow.
Mushrooms and go.
When you get older, your head gets filled with too many negative thoughts, and you're scared. You spend here's what you do: you spend your 20s, your teens, your 20s trying to unlock your mind. When you turn 30, you spend all your time trying to lock up your mind, hoping nothing gets out.
Contain it.
Yeah, because all you're going to do is unlock all that crap from the past, and then you're going to have a bad trip. I guarantee it, Drew. That's the reason. I can't. I can barely smoke pot anymore, and I'm scared as hell. I would never. I shouldn't say I would never. I'd never try LSD again.
But you also value.
I'd never do acid again.
You value.
Actually, I never did acid.
You feel more fragile physically.
Wait a minute. LSD is acid. I was talking about heroin. Sorry.
You feel more fragile. You feel more, vulnerable, mortal, which is reality, and you value what's in your head more.
No, I don't think I'm going to lose my mind. I think something is going to fall out. Like oh my God, my mom's crazy friend Zorback molested me. We were on that camping trip, and I don't want to know about it.
Oh boy, but you use your mind every day to function, to support yourself.
Yeah, not as much as you do, though. I really don't need my mind that much. I just use my mind for building and yelling at people.
Yell at your neighbors, you mean?
Neighbors and people they're building at the house.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Christy, 25.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah. Hey.
I just had a dumb question. My boyfriend, he works out, he bodybuilds, and he's always concerned that having sex decreases his testosterone, and he's not going to build muscle. And I wanted to know if that was really true.
It's not true.
That's not true?
In fact, to a certain extent, it could raise your testosterone levels.
It can raise your testosterone?
Yeah.
Okay, he was concerned that he's not going to grow muscle because he has sex.
All right, let me tell you, this is code for, honey, you've put on 20 pounds. Am I right?
He's in the background there. Why don't you get him on the phone?
Oh, yeah. Okay, here.
Is he back there?
Yeah.
Tell him to put a shirt on and then tear him away from the mirror for 5 seconds to get on the phone.
Okay, here he is.
All right.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
What's your name?
Kurt.
Kurt. All right. You know the mess. Hold on, Kurt. You know what I've said. Never get hooked up with a guy named Kurt, Brett, Todd, or Doug.
What's that?
Oh, come on, Kurt. Look at you. How old are you, Kurt?
25.
25.
Yeah.
And are you bodybuilding competitively?
No.
Well, what are you worried about then?
Kurt, you have a worse...
I train almost every day, and I smoke a lot of pot.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And lately, I've been smoking a lot of cigarettes, and I wondered if that decreased your testosterone, too.
Yes. That's certainly have an adverse impact. Absolutely. But you need to see your nose and throat doctor about that nasal septum. It's worse than Adam's.
Really?
Listen to that voice.
I like his voice. That's my long-lost brother, Kurt.
Yeah?
Kurt, you sound fine. Kurt?
Uh-huh.
Say the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Oh, man.
Go ahead.
I don't know. The rain in Spain falls plainly on the main.
That was pretty good for a guy who smokes a lot of weed and lifts weights.
But you hear he sounds like this. It sounds like it's hard.
All right,
no air
fine.
movements. No, he's fine.
Hey, listen, he's fine. Kurt.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living? Construction?
No, I smoke pot.
For a living?
Yeah.
Really? What are you in a Rasta band or something? How do you smoke pot for a living?
Unless he sells it.
Oh, you sell it? Oh, okay. You deal pot?
Maybe.
All right. We'll take that as a yes. All right. Kurt.
Yeah.
Has Christy put a little weight on lately?
Well, the reason is...
Hold on. Has she put a little weight on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, she's lost a little weight here lately.
Right. Lately, after she put the 40 on, she's dropped 8.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did I say?
You called it. Yeah.
Did I say she put some weight on?
Yeah, you know guys.
I know how guys
he's
work.
smoking a lot of pot and his sexual drive will be way
So he's looking at Christy, who's put on 30 pounds over the last 3 months, and he's going, baby, I got to save my sperm for my weights lifting.
I can't resist going off a little bit about marijuana addiction. People who...
Oh, Kurt sounded fine.
Please, at this point. He'll keep using every day.
He's 25. He sounded spry.
He sounded pathetic, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but who was there first? The bong or the dunce cap?
Well, look, marijuana will bring somebody down who might not otherwise go that far down. Really, it's a profoundly addictive drug for some people, please. And it's not the slowly progressive addiction that people think it is. It is people who have it, who are going to be addicted, come from alcoholic families. They have a tremendous euphoria the first time they're exposed, so that they get high on the drug. Anyways, usually the third time they're exposed. And they think about it every day thereafter, and they use it every day for the most part.
All right, so here's the deal. If you're sort of hovering around the border between idiot and moronville, don't smoke the weed.
Yeah.
It is going to bring you down south of the border. Mm-hmm. Smart people can smoke as much weed as they want. It just sort of brings them down to normal.
No, that's not
yes, believe me. But when you're a little bit slow, you don't need to slow yourself up anymore. And let's face it, it takes your edge off. That's why I'm a coffee drinker and an alcoholic. Okay, Drew, you want to sell the hell out of the next call?
We got an AIDS question coming up.
Great.
Welcome to the biggest show on earth. Thrills galore, the strangest freaks, the highest acrobats, and the funniest clowns.
LoveLine, we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Louise and Nina from Veruca Salt, and you're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Yes, you is. Louise from Veruca Salt.
Whom you, I guess, ran into.
Oh, we are. Oh, a little Foo Fighters, Ann mentioned. Very good connection there. Yes. Louise and Dave Grohl are hooked up as... Well, I told the story. I was in my inebriated state at the K-Rock Weenie Roast, and Ann pushed me at Dave Grohl to go talk to him about coming on the show, and there was Louise, and I forgot she was on the show a couple weeks earlier, and was rude to her, and told her to be quiet while I talked to Dave Grohl.
Oh, boy.
And she finally yelled at me, I was on the show!
I thought it was a positive thing sending him over there.
Oh, Ann, please. Unsupervised?
Yeah, I guess need to hold his hand through all these.
On the level of appearances, it was. I mean, at first, it seemed like a good idea. Dave Grohl is a nuttier guy than you would expect. He always seemed sort of reserved, or sort of just, I don't know, nice and quiet, I guess. That was always my interpretation, especially when he was in Nirvana. Because I guess it was always...
We approached him the year before, remember, in the lobby of a hotel.
Oh, we did?
Don't you remember in D.C.?
Yeah, but I never went up and talked to him, did I?
No, we did, and he was frightened by us.
Oh, was he talking to Fred Schneider?
Yes. Don't you remember this?
Yeah, I do, because I said, was he talking to Fred Schneider?
Yes, and he walked away as soon as we walked up.
Right, but we never really talked to him, did we?
Well, we said hi.
Every time I see the guy, I'm drunk. I can't really remember. But
what does this tell you?
That he has a drinking problem, or that he's an enabler. Well, anyway, he knew who we were. He was excited, and besides the part about me pissing off his girlfriend, I think it was a 10.
And just stay near Adam for damage control, will you, please?
Yeah.
Because, you can send
You got to get me a little earlier at the concert, not when I'm all effed up. And then you, it's like, you know what it is? It's like a damn piñata. Ann spins me around, puts a blindfold on me, and pushes me toward whatever guest she wants me to vomit on. It's a new game. All right, yeah, earlier when I'm sober. But he was kind of drunk, too, it seemed like, or something. Or maybe that's just his natural state.
I pushed him into Christine, is their name? Third Rock from the Sun?
Yes.
He did fine.
She was delightful.
When
See? Drew did it before I was drunk.
But she's not coming on.
She'll come on.
Oh, no, she is.
Yeah. All right, back to the phones we go. Josh, 15.
Hi, my question is, if a girl has AIDS and she's giving you a blowjob, can you get it from her?
Theoretically.
Okay.
I mean, really, any intimate contact theoretically is a route of transmission. Did we hear this? Was it last night or the night before? Somebody was saying, remember that caller that whose ex-husband was carrying on with multiple males and homosexual?
I'm going with last night because the night before was Saturday and we didn't do the show.
And, I can't understand. It's like people's awareness of how this disease can be transmitted is dropping.
All right, but listen, this is a viable question because what Josh is asking is there are minuscule chances, and then there are great chances.
It's a lesser risk behavior than, say, anal sex, certainly.
Okay.
And probably a lesser risk behavior than intercourse, but it is not without risk. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
All right, Josh. Good luck with the penis.
People are supposed to use condoms if they get oral sex.
I know, but, the guy's 15. His girlfriend's 15. She's never, she's been with one guy before him. They live in one of those Norman Rockwell paintings, and he doesn't want to put a condom on. You know what I'm talking about. Thompson. Oh, Thompson.
Hello.
Hey, you're 16.
Yes, I am. Let's see. I'm gay, but I've just come out to my parents, or they found out before I actually told them. But and I haven't really come out to many of my friends, just like some of my best friends. But
how did your folks find out?
Let's see. I have a pen pal in Hawaii that I write to.
Your mom kept coming in and going, "Guys, Thompson, mess up your room."
No, actually, I do have a pretty messy room. I'm not too anal about it. But,
really? Well, you may be bi.
Yeah, I kind of am.
Right.
Like, I'm more gay than bi.
Oh, listen, trapped inside every bi man is a gay man just trying to get out.
There you go. Let's see. So she saw one of the letters, and she was like, oh, my God, my son's gay. Anyways, I was on vacation, so when I came back, it kind of all came out.
Did you sort of leave those sorts of things around?
No, they were in a drawer, and they were looking for a copy of one of my report cards, and they just happened to come upon a letter. So.
In the drawer?
Yeah. And my mom...
I'm never going to go through any of my kids' anything.
Oh, please.
I hate it because I have absolutely no privacy whatsoever.
You will, Drew, the first drawer you pop open as soon as the kids get their own room, there's going to be pornography, heroin, and a severed arm is going to come flying out of there. And then you're going to find like a drifter's genitalia in formaldehyde in a mason jar in the closet. I'll never go into my kid's room.
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah, I just want to go in.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Believe me, you're going to find some weird
sealed
stuff.
off. But you made an interesting comment, though. You have no privacy and you hate it.
Yeah.
Is that the quality of the relationship you've had with your parents all the way along, where they're intrusive and invade your life in every way?
Kind of. My dad was kind of better, but I don't live with him now. I just live with my mom and my
But mom
stepdad.
is real intrusive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, she really doesn't trust me at all. She goes through everything that I have.
Why? What is it she's concerned about?
I don't know. And she thinks that I'm into drugs and stuff, but I'm completely clean. And I've never done anything in my life.
And was this a worse alternative as far as she was concerned than doing drugs?
Well, kind of. I mean, she's really disappointed, and she's homophobic herself. So she's always awkward towards me now.
Homophobic towards gay males?
Yes. Oh, I'm not sure if it's toward lesbians, too, but...
Why, Thompson, why did you... I know she found out before you told her, but you said you told her anyway.
Well, I mean, she was asking me, are you gay? And I was like, yes, I am.
Okay.
And it was that one day when I came back. And
Were you planning on telling her if she didn't ask?
I wasn't really ready to.
Good.
Well, that was kind of the big problem because I hadn't really accepted it for myself, and she found out before I was ready to tell anybody.
That's healthy. I mean, you're trying to reconcile it for yourself.
Yeah.
We hear oftentimes 16-year-olds who want to announce it at the dinner table before they really are clear what they are.
Yeah.
And so how is she treating you now? Is she giving you the cold shoulder?
Well, kind of. I mean, she's okay. She tries to forget about it, but she makes jokes about it and tries to think that it's funny, but I don't really see any humor in it.
You know, it's kind of funny. I have a few gay friends, and I make gay jokes too. And I think they're going to get a big kick out of it somehow. And then I realize, you know what? To them, it's not considered some bizarre, deviant lifestyle. Because I always say to them,
nice.
I know I know. Sorry, Thompson, but whenever my gay friends will say to me sometimes, I'll go, sure. When I'm done with my underwear, I'll wipe my ass and I'll wipe my belly and then I'll wipe my forehead and I'll throw it in the hamper and they'll go, "You are sick," they'll say, and I'll go, "Hey, come on, you're blowing, guys. Come on, who's sick over here?" And they go, "What's that have to do with anything?" And I go, "Oh, come on. Much rather wipe my forehead with my underwear than blow some guy." And they go, "Oh, I don't get it." So I know how people think, Thompson.
Yeah.
None of us get it. Anyway, you know, what can I say after that? Thanks for the sensitive reprisal.
Of course, yeah.
But Thompson, for 16-year-old guys, you sound like you got your head screwed on pretty good.
Yeah.
And the good news is you don't really have to wrestle with this all the way through high school and college about wanting to tell mom and all. Mom knows. I mean, hell, by the time you graduate from high school, she'll be totally comfortable with it, and you can move on.
And I suppose that there's a lighter side to this too. This does give you an opportunity to set down some boundaries in your relationship with your mom, which is to tell her really quite clearly how it makes you feel the way she invades your privacy, and try to set down some limits there with her so she lets you have some space and some independent sense of self.
As I was saying to Drew earlier today, when we take our walks on Monday. We always take a walk on Monday. It's Starbucks and a walk. And I was saying, wasn't I saying that homosexuals make better citizens?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, you went on and on about it.
I certainly did, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said these are people who pay their taxes, who don't want much from the system.
Don't get screwed up kids.
Don't have, aren't overpopulating, tend to basically, the car's a little cleaner, the house is a little cleaner, the lawn's a little nicer.
Manage their money better.
Manage
better
the money.
Usually.
Us, better groomed.
Yeah.
When's the last time you had some smelly gay guy in front of you in line? No. It's always some big heterosexual guy in his 40s with hair coming out of the back of his A-shirt.
So maybe this humanity's evolving.
I should hope so. I'd like to be the leader of the gays when we do evolve to that point. Okay? All right. Sell the hell out of the next call, please.
Jenny's younger sister keeps stealing Jenny's boyfriends.
Oh, this is nasty.
Kick it! I want to love you.
LoveLine will be right back, and boy, will we be mad if you bail.
Hi, this is Chad Smith.
And this is Dave Navarro. We're from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And you're listening to LoveLine with
Dr. Drew
and Adam
Carolla.
Yes, and this is LoveLine, and Adam is once again on the phone, and I'll cover for him since we'll find out in a minute what he's talking
Just
about.
let me enjoy my weenie, please.
What's he talking to? He keeps getting on the phone. He's
this
made
time,
like 40 calls tonight.
Is that unusual for him? Before he was trying to settle a bill. Now...
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to LoveLine.
Penis.
I was talking to Drew's lovely wife on the phone, who was making some travel plans, and she said, "Call me back." And I said, "You know what?
No.
I think I could squeeze it in here. It may run over into the show a little bit, but that's going to save me a call." And since I'm the anyway. All right, she's got my address, she's got my credit card number, and
You're fine. We're on our way.
Ready to rock. All right, phone number 1-800-LOVE-191, fax number 310-854-4455. Where were we, Drew?
We have to set up the KOME thing, too.
Okay.
Which we have not done.
All right, Drew, this show's
Just
not
waiting
for
to find out what your little plans are.
Okay.
Go up Saturday morning, come back Saturday night, right?
All righty.
All right.
Or Sunday.
All right. Listen, I shouldn't be the one telling people not to worry so much about personal business over the airwaves, since I was just on the telephone.
It's affiliate business, not personal business.
All right. Thank you.
Jenny.
Yeah?
Hi there.
Hi. My sister, I just broke up with my boyfriend like a week and a half ago, and she's like all over him. And I told her, me and her, like, we promised each other that, like, we wouldn't go for a guy if one of us liked him, and she's still going for him. And I've confronted her about it. And
how old is she?
She's 14, and she's, like, uglier than me. I don't understand.
Oh, wait a minute. She's uglier than you?
She's, like, missing a tooth.
I can't believe that. Some guys like that.
But the thing is, he's 3 years older than I am.
But can you... Oh, boy. 19 with a 14.
She's 14.
Look, you should be more concerned with protecting her from this predator than with her invading your territory. And Jenny, and just that one comment is so telling about what your relationship is like with your sister. She probably feels demeaned by you. That's her way of sort of asserting herself and getting back at you.
Oh yes. I'll screw the boyfriend and my sister at the same time.
She's uglier than I am.
Oh, we'll see. Who's ugly?
I don't understand why he.
Jenny. Guess what? Snaggletooth has got herself a new man.
No, but she already has 2 boyfriends.
Ah.
She's dating. Okay, I'm starting to date my dad's girlfriend's son.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right.
She's dating his best friend and some guy from where.
Hold on a second, Jenny. I swear to God, I wish I had some sort of. You know what I need in here? We need this to be like the war room, because I would call it an airstrike on their house right now. If I were president, I would call a strikeout. A couple F-16s, full napalm, 500-pounders. We just got to clean it out right now. I smell trouble.
The train in the background there. Listen.
Yep, we got to move the house. The train's coming.
I'm not sure it's a house.
Dad, could you pull the pickup 10 feet forward? The train is coming. No. I know it sounds cruel, but I smell trouble here.
Yes.
I see lots of unwanted little children running around and a little incest and possibly some abuse.
My dad's girlfriend's son.
Jenny?
Yeah?
All right, baby. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Let's just get some facts here. Okay? Let's just get past the anger here for a moment and get to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you living?
In Maryland.
Mm-hmm. What, you got an apartment or what?
I have an apartment. She lives with my dad. I moved out in November.
By yourself?
Yeah, no, with my mom. But me and her I still go over there and spend the night. And me and her have a really close relationship, but she's never done something like this to me before.
You and your sister.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you call her ugly to us and toothless to us. What do you call her to her face?
No, I told her that I didn't feel comfortable. She was all over him, and I told her that I didn't feel comfortable seeing them together like that.
It's your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, and my
He's not your
friends
boyfriend.
walked in, and they said that them two looked like they were dating, and they're not.
Mm-hmm.
But it's your ex.
What do you think he thinks of her?
I don't know. He said that he still wants to date her sometime, and I'm like, okay, but he's still not over his ex-girlfriend. So I don't know why he's all over her
and his
then
ex
going out with me.
Where do you live? In Travel Town, Jenny? What's going on there? Are they driving the Golden Spike in your living room? Is that what's happening?
I'm outside.
Get off the tracks. You're going to get killed. There's a lot of action there in Maryland. There's the beauty of living in L.A. You'll never hear a train.
Never see a train.
You hear gunshots, a lot of helicopters, grenades going off and stuff. It's more Beirut than it is Petticoat Junction. But you never hear a train. When do you hear a train in L.A.?
Not unless 20 years.
All right, Jenny.
Uh-huh.
He has an ex-girlfriend that he's not over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's 19. He's dating a 14-year-old. Why would he need to go beyond that at all? The guy's a predator. Is something wrong with him?
I don't know.
The age of consent in your state is 16.
I met him through all my friends at my school, and she doesn't even go to my school.
And he hangs out with a bunch of high school.
All right, Jenny, here's the situation.
Uh-huh.
Please try to listen to us.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about this guy and what he's doing. If anything, you should be trying to protect your 14-year-old sister
from this guy.
This guy's 19 years old. It is a felony what he is trying to do to your sister.
Yeah, I know.
You understand?
Yeah.
Plus, besides you, he has another ex-girlfriend,
There's
right?
a reason for these laws. They are there to protect your sister.
Yeah.
Do not get into the same downward spiral your family's been in for the last 30 years. Stay away from these loser, creepy guys. You're going to get pregnant in another 6 months, drop out of school, and call it a life.
I already dropped out of school.
Oh, all right. Another 3 months you'll be pregnant
Jenny.
then.
Go back to school.
Okay, I had another question, like, unrelated to the subject.
Oh, wait a minute. Jenny,
Uh-huh.
listen. We're trying to save you here.
I know.
Do you know what's going on? You're going to be a statistic soon. I'm telling you.
Go back.
Please.
Go back to school.
Please use birth control and get back in school.
Okay.
Okay. Why'd you drop out of school?
Because they tried to force fail me because I was within 50 feet of 3 people who were smoking pot and got arrested.
Oh, so you were screwed over by the man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
All right.
But I'm
Get
getting my
used.
GED.
Hold on, Jenny. Get used to being screwed by the man, because that is going to be your life now.
You've established that relationship with society.
Make a real good story up, because you're going to have one for every time you get fired, for every time a husband leaves you, for every time your car gets impounded. I'm telling you, I know where your life is going, Jenny. And what you need to do is forget about guys right now. Start worrying about yourself and take care of your own crap. Get out of that place. Get some education.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Jenny?
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I don't care about your next question.
Okay.
It's meaningless.
It's unrelated to the subject, but it's not meaningless.
But it's meaningless in comparison to what Adam's telling you right now.
Okay,
The big picture makes everything else meaningless.
Okay. If you trip off of acid...
This is vitally important.
Oh, I see. It's an acid question. Go
that
ahead.
makes all the difference in the world.
I've tripped off of acid before, like a lot of times,
Mhm.
and I want to have kids in the future, like not now, but like later.
Like October?
What?
Maybe October, November?
Oh, no. But I was wondering what kind of birth defects my kids could have because I've done acid so much.
They're going to come out worse than the guy who made you pregnant. And if that's a fate. Oh, I'm calling in an airstrike.
Stuff like this makes me sick.
I would like to take Jenny's parents out and beat them.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
And then I would like to beat their parents for beating them at the wrong age.
Right.
Please, everyone, stop with the kids. Unless you have some part in the rearing, stop it.
And I think it's sort of a fundamental issue. Is people have to stop looking at their own rearing. They have to be truthful about their own family systems and not go, hey, my dad beat me. Look, I'm fine.
Right.
I'm perfectly prepared to be a parent. No.
I would like to just freeze Jenny for about 5 years until science caught up with her. One day there's going to be a way to work this stuff out. Because, here's the deal with Jenny. Plenty of potential, unnourished potential, and I know right where she's going.
Well, she may have locked that in with the LSD. Unfortunately, 15, 16 doing acid changes the biology of the brain and could potentially doom her to persistent depressive illness. That's what tends to happen from that.
All right.
And while it does not increase her risk of birth defects, to answer her question, she is on a crash collision course.
Well, here's the deal. The point is me and you got to start making more money because Jenny's planning a family. Chris, 28.
Hi, yes. I think both of you guys are really great. I think you guys do a hell of a service for everybody.
Thank you, Chris.
My question does go to Dr. Drew, though.
Yeah.
My wife is a manic depressive.
Mm-hmm.
I've known her for 3 years now. We've been married for a year. And since I've known her, she's had a very bad drinking problem. To the point where she gets violent when she gets drunk and drinks a 12-pack to a case of beer. Anyway, I had enough of it, and I love her to death, but I've had, all I could take. And finally we had a discussion about it, and she has stopped drinking, really tried. She hasn't drank anything for 2 weeks, which is not very long. But, and she has a craving to drink. What my question basically is what can we do to help her not want to drink? She takes quite a few medicines, too, which I kind of wanted to tell you about. That's part of another question I have for you. But what could I do to help her?
Chris, you really got yourself a catch there. What's going on with you?
Oh, no.
Nothing with you, huh?
No, I'm fine.
No, you just got yourself an alcoholic pill popper. Yeah.
Well, she's a very lovely woman, actually.
I'm sure she's a delight.
No, she's just, she had some problems. After she had her baby, she actually became manic depressive after she had a child. Mm-hmm. She was married previously before. And he dumped her after that.
After she became bipolar.
Exactly. Because she had the episodes and they couldn't find medicine that would treat her properly.
Mm-hmm. She wasn't drinking then, though.
No, but she kind of had started. She had actually gone to...
that would be yes. Had started would be yes.
Well, yes, but she did. She wasn't drinking previous to that, no.
Okay. So, you guys are married, right?
Yes.
How long have you been married?
A year in May.
Mm-hmm. And what's up with you? I mean, seriously. Come on, everyone's wondering.
What do you mean?
Well, you found somebody. She has a child. She has some issues. She has some imbalances.
Right.
And you say, I'm going to marry this little woman inside a year.
Yeah.
What is up? What's that part of you?
Well, part of me was I really loved her. Mm-hmm. And when we first
What's that part of you?
I'm sorry?
What do you think that part is? You understand what I'm getting at?
No, I don't.
Well, what I'm saying is because Drew and I were talking about this on our Monday walk today, and after Drew kicked over my $4 worth of coffee I bought over at Starbucks. I swear to God, Drew and I went to Starbucks a couple mornings ago. I bought you like a pecan log, and I got a croissant. We both got 2 coffees, $9.75.
There's that damn Frappuccino. That's a killer.
I go to goddamn Vegas and eat 6 meals with prime rib for $9.75. You go to L.A., you can't get a cup of damn coffee for $9. All right, hold on. Chris, we got to go to break. All right.
Okay.
All right, listen, here's what I want you to do.
All right.
Because we're talking about attraction today, me and Drew.
Uh-huh.
You try to figure out why you were so attracted to this woman that sounds so scary to everyone else. And now don't give us the BS reason. Think hard during the commercial. Think about your past and think about what drew you in.
Think
what
about
made it so attractive
your other
to you.
relationships, particularly your primary relationships, your parents, your family, that kind of thing.
All right. We'll be back with deep answers to deep questions.
We'll be right back, dude.
Common condition now.
Asbestos?
Asbestosis, absolutely.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Great. That's what I'm going to have. All right. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Screw the fax number. This is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. We'll be back in 10 seconds.
Now
This is LoveLine on
Radio
Station.
WEBN, Cincinnati.
Hey, it's LoveLine, and we're back, coming right at you.
They have to wrangle with us now, don't they?
Yeah, we've
got a little incorrigible.
Well, here's what Drew and I do. We just do one show, 1 2-hour show straight through, and the mics go off for 4 minutes, and then they come back on, and they just pick up wherever we are. We don't even explain our conversation.
We were talking about asbestosis. We were talking about
right, which is asbestos, and I was thinking about radon, which is this odorless, invisible gas. What gas is there, by the way, that is looks
visible,
like a genie? Is there a plaid, a checkered, or some argyle gas? Is there gas that looks like anything?
Not really.
I've been letting gas go for as long as I can remember. I've never seen it.
But you've been trying to...
Rest assured it's there. I can tell by the reactions of the people in the room. and by the greenish-blue flame that shoots up from my trousers, but I've never actually seen gas. By the way, to make it into the gas family, don't you kind of have to be colorless? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What makes a gas?
Well, it's the density of the molecules in the state they're in, basically. They're moving around freely.
I've never seen a gas, though. Okay. We're getting way too esoteric here. If you've had trouble with radon, call us up. I don't believe it exists anymore. I think this is another one.
But asbestos is a common problem. Okay. It's a serious problem.
All right. Well, that's what I'm going to do.
No.
All right. Well, why are you erasing it
Because
then?
I thought you were pushing that button.
Chris, 28.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you. Okay. You've had some time to think.
Okay.
Now, let me just reset here. Your wife of about a year, or is it just a couple months?
A year.
A year.
Yes.
Yeah, and how long did you court her before you married her?
2 years.
2 years. Has a previous child, has a child from a previous marriage.
Correct.
Or relationship these days. Is manic depressive, is on meds, and is an alcoholic.
Yes.
Yet, you saw fit to marry her. Now, besides the answer, which is, I love her, because I'll hang up on you if you say that, what do you think attracted you to her?
Well, at first, none of those problems were evident. I didn't even know she was had a problem.
You didn't on some levels, but there's a part of you that kind of knew something.
When did you know?
I think when she drinks a lot, she might have a psychotic episode.
Mm-hmm. How long into the relationship was that?
Oh, I'd say probably about 8 months.
8 months.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You still got married. You knew all this. You got married.
Right.
So what makes you hang in with such a heavy project?
Well, like I said, how I felt, she loves me very much, and I know that.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't think I mean, I love her equally as well, and I did not think that was a good enough reason to give up on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What kind of family do you have, Chris?
I have a good family.
Anybody into any alcoholism over in your family? Maybe
my dad had a little bit of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's always there.
How did we know that?
Because that's the way people behave.
All right. So then, what is attraction?
Right. Attraction.
What is attraction?
It's sort of fitting. It's really refitting a relationship to match your old ones. It's acting out your old relationship with your parents.
Here's my hypothesis. You are not in charge of what attracts you.
Oh, no.
Right.
No.
Something was done to you, or you were in an environment where something was going on, and now 20 years later, that becomes what you call attraction.
Yeah.
But it's really nothing that you have any control over, and it's usually a bad thing.
Right.
You're attracted to her because your dad was a drunk.
Well, let me explain something. My dad was a very good father.
Chris,
and
excuse me.
Yes.
He's an alcoholic, and that's all we're saying. And you don't have to make excuses for him. You don't have to make excuses for her. All I hear are these idealizings and the excuses. Let's just talk about people that are alcoholic, okay? We're going to talk freely about that. It's going to progress. It could kill her. And you can't do a damn thing about it except go to Al-Anon. That is the only thing you can do. If you are able to get better, if you are able to deal with the emotional issues that result from having been raised by alcoholic parents and now being in an alcoholic relationship, she'll be forced to get better because you'll leave if you get well enough, because you won't put up with this anymore.
Right.
So that's what you can do. Obviously, she will not stay abstinent. No way. Not. That's a mathematical reality. There's a 0% probability that she'll stay off alcohol, and she needs to go to AA. She needs to be off any addictive drugs. I don't know what meds she's on, but whatever they are, they can't trigger the reward systems, or she has no possibility of staying sober. And that's it.
You think with the drugs that it's going to help her make her stay on alcohol?
No. Oh, make her stay on alcohol?
Yes.
Alcohol? If she's on benzodiazepines, Klonopin, Xanax, anything like that.
Yes.
Yes, that all's got to go also.
All right, Chris, you have your work cut out for you, but here's the deal. Listen to Drew. Don't work on her. Just go work on yourself, and one of two things will happen. You'll either get so together and so healthy.
You'll leave.
You'll leave, in which case that'll be fine for you, or she'll see you getting together and healthy, and she'll dry up, and that'll be good for you.
Right. That's it.
And your tendency is going to be to work on her like she's some sort of 56 Chevy you're restoring.
Because that's what he did with his dad, probably.
Oh, he's restoring dad. How did we know there was some alcoholism in there?
Polar bears.
Polar bears. thank you. All right, let me say one thing because no one knows what we're talking about. Everybody is the same. That's going to be the name of my next CD. You want to study polar bears? When they study polar bears, how many polar bears do you think they need to figure out how polar bears mate and migrate?
8, 10?
Yeah, maybe 20, and that's it. And they take 20 polar bears right out of the Arctic Circle. They take a look at them for a week, and they go, now we know. Now we know polar bears. You want to know what? Same way. Same thing. That's what people are. It's a real sad reality for a lot of people. Same way. We can take 20 callers, talk to them. We knew, Chris's, there's two guys named Chris. Yeah. Chris's dad or mom was an alcoholic. We knew it. It's the polar bear theory. We don't need to talk to his mom. We don't need to talk to 7 million listeners. We just talk to him. We know what's going on. People are the same. They hate to admit it. All the advertising in the world tells you it's not true. It is true.
Yeah, we have a tough time in this country dealing with the issues related to what is really free will and what isn't.
Oh, just pull 100 people off the street, study them, and that's how people are. Just like any other species. Why are people any different than polar bears, beavers, or whales? It doesn't make a difference. Just another species.
It's a little more complex.
I think we're dumber than the beaver.
From a behavioral standpoint, I think you're right.
Lee.
Have you ever heard the story of the superstitious pigeon that Skinner put together?
Leonard?
You got to hear this. No, the Skinner box, the guy that developed the whole behavior theories. He would drop...
Skinner's got a box set?
You got to listen to this. He would drop food down to the pigeon at random intervals. He would just totally random. A machine would just drop the food. But the pigeon began thinking that it was doing some behaviors to trigger the food to be released. So it started developing all these wild rituals that it would go through, and then of course the machine would occasionally reward it just because the timing came through and would deliver the food.
Right.
And so the pigeon would spend its whole day going through rituals trying to get the food to come on down the way it wanted it to.
Skinner should have tested Skinner. Thinking of Leonard. Skinner should have worked on teenagers. The same thing would happen. Or hell, anybody. Yeah, I believe humans would do that.
That's correct.
Yes,
they do.
All right. I guess that was your point. Lee, 19.
Yeah, I got a question. All right, I have a couple girlfriends, and I'm trying to starting to get to that point where, I'm starting to grow up, and I want to kind of narrow it down. But I guess I just have a hard time choosing, what girlfriend I'd like, actually. Sounds a little weird, but I mean, I get different things from different girlfriends. I've been going with one of my girlfriends since high school. We've been going out for almost 4 years now.
Do they know about each other?
No, definitely not. Lisa, she cleans my apartment. I give her money and she writes checks for all my bills because I can't pay bills for the life of me. Alicia, she's my other girlfriend. I go to church with her. I love her family. Her family loves me. I met her grandma. Lisa's family, same thing.
Why are you going to church?
I don't know. I like going to church.
Why?
I don't know.
I would think it'd make a guy like you feel bad. Wouldn't it?
I don't know.
You just go, but you don't care, or what?
It feels like he's being exonerated when he goes.
God and
you believe in God?
Yeah.
All right. Do you believe in hell and heaven?
Yeah.
All right. Well, see in hell. Great.
Well,
let me tell you something about these heavens and hells and gods and damnations and all that. It's not just for other people. If you believe, you got to be talking about yourself, Lee.
But he doesn't. He's so grandiose. He doesn't see that he's doing anything wrong.
Well, I guess so. My real question is, and then I have Colleen, and she's more of a sexual girlfriend.
Colleen, you go to temple with Colleen?
No.
Ladies, listen to Lee. Listen very carefully. Listen to what he's all about. Lee, what about these women? What about their feelings?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, didn't God put them on earth to serve you, Lee?
Do you think they have any feelings about this relationship, these relationships you have with them?
Oh, yeah.
How do you think they're going to feel when they all get dropped, except for one?
and who's going to be the lucky one? The ones that get dropped.
She knows about my other girlfriends.
Colleen does?
Yeah, she just doesn't care.
Right.
Yeah. Colleen cares. I got news for you. Colleen cares. Lee doesn't care. Lee couldn't give a rat's hiney about any of these girls. And that's pathetic.
I'm not trying to say I guess I am kind of a dick, but I ain't trying to I mean, I'm not.
Well, that's all right. Just as long as you believe in God, Lee, everything will be fine.
But I get different things from different girls. I mean,
right.
Like when I'm with Alicia, she makes me feel good. She makes me like want to do the right thing.
Well, Lee, it's all about you, isn't it? That's all that counts is you anyway.
All right, Lee. Hey, Lee.
Yeah?
You working?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's actually where I met Colleen at, was at work.
You going to college, too, or?
No, I sell cars.
You sell cars?
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine a stand-up guy like Lee selling cars for a living. Wow. There's no correlation here for me. A deceptive, manipulative, grandiose a-hole selling cars?
Actually, I'm very truthful when I sell cars.
Oh, I'm sure, yes.
Truthful in all other areas of your life. Why
sure.
Not? Are you sleeping with...
I do feel bad, but...
Are you sleeping... Thank you. Are you sleeping with all these girls?
Not with Alicia.
Okay, all except for one.
Well, Alicia's the one that cleans the house, right?
No, Lisa's the one that cleans the house.
Are you wearing condoms with all of them?
Yes, every time.
Okay, good.
Religiously.
All right.
Well, he's protecting himself, of course. Not these girls for one another, but himself.
I have no advice for Lee. Lee, listen.
Get a life. Have a relationship.
No.
Put down the crap. Be vulnerable. Care about other people. That's what relationships are about caring about somebody else.
What are people going to church for?
I mean, people like this.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It's the only word I can think of is pathetic. I mean, hell, I'm an atheist. I got higher standards than Lee does. This is the thing this is why I'm so turned off to religion, is because the boobs of the world are the ones that are backing it. We got guys like Lee. I believe in God. He believes in heaven. He believes in hell. He goes to church every Sunday.
But maybe religion needs to have more teeth. It's to contain guys like Lee. Make him believe that he really will go to hell if he doesn't follow the golden rule and concern himself with other people as much as he would have himself.
I swear to God, I wish I could do the airstrike thing. I really got to get that power. I need a fleet behind me. I need a commando unit. There's certain residents in this country that need strafing, and Lee's apartment would be one of them. I'd just take him out. He's trouble. I'd like to
I feel sorry for
run this country like a camp. Do you feel sorry for Lee?
Yeah, I do. I feel sorry for the women, but I feel sorry for Lee, too.
Okay. Well, that's all of us. I feel sorry for God. He's got to explain Lee. Destiny.
Yeah.
Hey, you're 17.
Yeah, I'm 17, and I just found out I'm 3 months pregnant.
You dating a guy named Lee?
No.
Wow, hey, we found a woman that's not dating Lee.
No, never dated a guy named Lee.
Good.
And I live with my mom and my stepdad, and my stepdad's an alcoholic and very abusive.
In what way? Are you physically abusive?
Physically and mentally.
Yeah.
And when you say physically, what's he do?
Last Tuesday I had to call the cops on him for the very first time because he was trying to punch me and choke me, and, rip out my windpipe.
Wow. Why? What started all that?
The dishes weren't done.
Oh, my God.
Well,
this guy is an asshole.
Wait a minute, Drew. Let's be fair. Were they still in the washer?
No, I had just gotten done through emptying out the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of leftovers, so there's bowls in the sink. And
yeah, Drew, you haven't come home to that, have you, Drew?
No, I choke my wife every time that happens.
Oh, you go nuts.
Yeah.
I don't have a wife, but I'll choke my neighbor's wife if I come home to that, even if I left it out. All right, so Destiny, your mom is really, boy, she's batting 1,000. Where's Daddy?
My real dad?
Mm-hmm.
I just met him 2 years ago. He left whenever I was a baby. He lives 5 hours away from me.
You know, it's a nice thing about the way the country's heading. You have a chance to meet your folks as adults. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's like, hey, I'm 19. Hey, I want to introduce you to Dad. Great. Hey, how you doing? Hey, this is fantastic.
I wish I hadn't, though.
Why?
He tried to break up the marriage with my parents. I mean, it probably would have been a good thing, but he wanted to get back together with my mom. And
they blamed you.
Like using me to get to her.
And now you're 17 and pregnant.
Yeah.
And ready to keep the good name going.
What do you want to do with the child?
I'm gonna keep it. I just don't want to raise it here.
How far along are you?
Almost 3 months.
How are you going to support the child?
Yeah.
How?
Working.
Where with the kid on your back and like a little papoose sack?
Well, actually, I'm finishing school next year.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to keep going until I have it.
Well, you're going to have a child in 6 months. What are you going to do to support the child?
I'm going to be still working. I'm going to take night classes and work during the day.
And what are you going to do? Just crack the window in the car or so the kid can get some air? Or what are you going to do with the kid?
My mom.
Oh, your mom.
So now you have to live at home?
Like, she'll watch it when she gets off work, and then I'll work.
Does she know that?
Yeah, she told me she'd do that.
Hey, how about an abortion?
No.
How about adoption? How about adoption?
All right, how about adoption?
No, I already thought about all those.
Why not adoption?
I don't think I could do adoption.
Why?
A
couple of parents who really have the resources to raise a child and would love your child and would give it the best possible environment. What's the matter with that? I would, a 17-year-old is not necessarily going to be the best possible parent.
Yeah.
Even though you love the child, of course, but it's again back to being in love with something and being what's good for that can be very different.
Well, I'm still with the guy, and he has a really good job too.
Oh, you're still with the guy?
How old is he?
21.
Is he going to marry you?
He wants to, but I told him that I don't want to feel pressured. I don't want to marry him just because we're having a kid.
Well, we've taken a turn here. What does he do?
He's kind of like remodels houses.
Oh, all right.
Construction.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I've worked with these guys.
Vice president or something.
Is vice president of the guys who remodel houses?
The company, yeah, because his dad just retired.
Oh, all right. Well, there's something. Be prepared, though. I know these guys. This guy will, whatever you name the kid, he will refer to it as the kid when he's at work. The wife and the kid was coughing up last night. That's why I didn't get no sleep. All right, Destiny. I would beg you to have an abortion.
I would beg you to give it up for adoption.
Isn't she already 3 months along?
Yep.
She can have an abortion.
Why would you push an abortion right now?
No, I'm just thinking of the kid. Destiny?
Yeah, so why would you push an abortion
You
right
can
now?
have an abortion at 3 months.
That's pushing it, though.
No, that's nothing. Drew?
It's pushing it.
Yeah, right. Listen, you need a short trip over the border.
This and everything, and I have like 3 different counselors and psychologists.
Oh,
so.
good. Okay.
All right. You're not as bad off as we initially anticipated.
No, I like raised my brother and sister, so I mean, I have some clue what this is like.
Okay, but you still got pregnant by a 21-year-old at 17.
Yeah, I've been with them for a long time now.
Okay. All right. You raised your brother and your sisters, huh?
Yeah.
How old are they?
8 and 12.
All right. That gives me 6 years to leave the country. All right. Keep an eye on those kids, please. I have not met your mom. I've not met your dad. I've not met your stepdad, but I'm guessing there's trouble. And you pack that kid up and get out of that house as quickly as you can because I don't trust your mom as far as I can throw her.
Yeah. She'll bring another predator around him. The child. Is this weird? Not, or is this just me?
I don't know what it is. This alcoholic abuser stepdad that Destiny was living with is going to see this young infant as it's like your dog and someone brought home a chew toy. Oh boy! Hey, something new for me to abuse. This is great. Well, finally I can get some sex. Oh, please! What's going on with this country, Drew? Everyone, stop having kids, please.
You beg every night to keep having them.
I beg you every night. All of you, stop having kids. You're driving this country into the ground.
Let alone the human misery that brings.
Thank God Mommy had 3. Thank God Mommy, the guy who's bringing, the one who's bringing in the abusive alcoholics into the home, has a nice, he's got an 8-year-old and a 12-year-old just ready to come on up the ranks. I'm sure they'll be, oh yes, total adjustment. No problems there. I'm sure the stepfather's not going to raise his hand to those 2. I tell you this, people would be better off staying with Michael Jackson than they would with their families of origin these days.
Yeah,
I want to start a camp. Where is Father Mahoney? Was that Father Mahoney?
Yeah, boys.
Yeah. O'Brien?
I don't know.
As a drunken Irish guy, that's who we need. We need a drunken Irish priest to just like the Pied Piper of Hamlet, to just walk through town and collect all the kids and take them off to some island and raise them.
And you know what he'd do to those boys?
Well, sure. Listen, sodomy is a small price to pay, Drew, for a nurturing environment. All right, Drew, sell the hell out of the next call.
We got a guy who just broke up, wants to talk about it.
Okay.
Hello, is this LoveLine? I have a problem with my stool.
Hello, LoveLine. I have a problem with his stool, too.
The phone number for LoveLine is 1-800-LOVE-191. I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Hey, this is Iggy Pop, and you're listening to LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Yes. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number, screw that. Hi, I'm Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. It's board-certified physician, Dixon Medicine specialist. And finally, it's Drew. I've got the Susan Vega CD out of the hermetically sealed plastic that was in. I had to actually bash it on the desk. Did I not destroy it, Drew?
Yeah, it's busted. Let's see if the CD is broken.
Oh. Hey! But the CD is in one piece. I cannot take any more shrink wrap in my life. I will wrestle with you brought it up, Drew, in the commercial, what cassettes come in now.
CDs come in?
CDs have a little play in them usually. Cassettes are tight, real tight, and you can't get them. And the thing that's I find interesting about the shrink wrap is I usually have to take a flame to it to get into it. I can't figure it out. Now, they all have a little tab or something that they claim that if you pull it, it's going to unwrap at the top like a pack of cigarettes, but it never happens. And then the thing I find bizarre is I quickly lose patience with it, and I grab something sharp.
Right.
A pen, a pencil, something, and I'll ram it into the plastic, and I'll scrape it up and down, seeing if I can just somehow pierce the plastic.
Right.
Now, what I did in the case of the, yes.
They've invented these little things that you just kind of slide along the side and it cuts it open.
What is that called?
It's a little CD opener.
They have CD openers?
I'll get you one. I have like a dozen in my desk.
Oh, never heard of that.
Really? I know, but what a sad... Look what I did to the Suzanne Vega CD jacket here. It's destroyed.
They're laughing
at All right. Don't laugh at my pain, ladies, please.
We laugh nightly at your pain, by the way.
The point is, the thing that's bizarre is when I take the pen and I rub it real hard enough to crack the casing, the plastic shrink wrap is still intact. So somehow the quarter-inch thick plastic underneath it has been pierced, but the membrane on top of it is still in one piece. Oh, my God. But the second I dropped it into a bucket of water, 1,000 holes would spring of it, and the CD would be ruined, because that's how my luck is. All right, Suzanne Vega will be in here, I'm guessing, Wednesday night. Am I right, Ann? Yes.
Yes.
And I'm a fan of hers, so I'm looking forward to meeting her. Kyle, 16.
Yeah?
Go ahead, Kyle.
My girlfriend just broke up with me yesterday. And I think I'm gonna lose it.
What do you mean lose it?
I might think of taking my own life.
Why did she break up with you?
'Cause she said I was cheating on her with another girl, and she accused me of doing drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. What about that accusation of you doing drugs, Kyle?
It's not true.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Okay. Why did she think you were doing drugs?
Because, I don't know, some of my friends do drugs, and she just thinks I do them too, but I don't really believe in doing drugs.
Do you think maybe she just wanted out of the relationship and just...
I don't know, maybe, but I don't know. She's done this to me before, and
And you've gotten back with her?
Yeah.
How long have you been going out with her?
About 2 years, maybe 1.5.
Since you were 14. Have you slept with her?
Yeah, a couple of times.
This is again, our morning walk discussion about how clingy young people can get when they get sexually active too young. I mean, if you're involved, even males, although they can be purely physical in their intimate relations sometimes get in, and if they're too young and not really able to handle the emotional connection that comes with that, you can start clinging and you can't let go.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Here's the important mission you have in your life.
Yeah.
Don't do anything stupid.
All right.
Don't do anything stupid to her. Don't do anything stupid to yourself. Because pretty soon, just a couple of months, maybe a couple of weeks, you're going to have a laugh about this while you're in the arms of your new girlfriend. And the thing is if you go out and run her over in your dad's pickup truck, or run yourself over in your dad's pickup truck, you won't be able to enjoy the new girlfriend and have the laugh I spoke of.
All right.
All right, Kyle, please. You got to chill out a little bit here.
Call some friends, get some people around you who care about you, and you will get through this, whether they get back together or not. They probably will get back together.
I can't believe she accused Kyle of doing drugs.
Imagine that.
The audacity. Some people. I would have backhanded her.
The temerity to be so jejune.
All right. No one accuses me of doing drugs, do they? No. Heather.
Yeah.
Hey, you're 20.
Yeah, I am.
All right, come on, tell us some good news.
Good news. I'll try.
We need one of those Crest checkups.
Oh, a Crest checkup, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well...
No cavities.
I have a couple, but I think that can be taken care of.
All right.
Well, I've done quite a bit of ecstasy in my life, and I heard Dr. Drew mention before that it drains the spinal fluid, and I was just wondering what that means in the long term.
Drew, you never mentioned it drains the spinal fluid.
No, I said specifically that there was a
gigantism of the ovaries. Didn't you say that?
What I said was that there was a crazy, erroneous, ridiculous story out there.
Pardon me?
Absurd, ridiculous story about fluid being drained from the spinal column, which grew from the fact that the researchers that originally were studying this drug withdrew spinal fluid from the spinal canal in order to study it. And it had nothing to do with the drug's effect. And while, in fact, the drug's effect are far more dangerous and far more damaging and far more deleterious than anything as ridiculous as losing a little cerebral spinal fluid.
Okay.
And I'm too overwhelmed tonight to regale you with the specifics of the damaging effects of that drug.
Mm-hmm.
But they are substantial.
Now, you would recant somebody's statement against you, but you would recount your own statement.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
No wonder this damn English is such a difficult language. Chris.
Yeah?
You're 17.
Uh-huh.
What's up, you little bugger?
Nothing much. Bugger. Okay, here's my question.
Yeah.
Me and my boyfriend, we've been only performing oral sex on each other.
Uh-huh.
And I was wondering, would anal sex hurt my anus? Like make it sore or anything like that?
Well, it's the part that may be most affected in your body.
Yeah.
Hence the anal sex title. You're gay, are you?
Of course I am.
Uh-huh. You just sound a little too gay to be gay.
Oh, well, thank you. That's a compliment.
Uh-huh. And so your hymen has not been broken so far?
No.
No. But it's been nothing but oral love?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. And you're looking to take the next step?
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you been going out with your boyfriend?
About 6 months.
Mm-hmm. How old is he?
He's 18.
Where'd you fellas meet?
From my friend. My friend introduced us, a girl.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And do you guys, have do you have gay friends?
Yeah, pretty much.
Everything going okay for you?
Uh-huh.
How are your parents?
Oh, they don't know.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Okay. And you're... So, right, we won't tell them.
Okay.
And you're looking forward to doing this, and everyone's safe, and no diseases or anything?
Yep.
He's going to wear a condom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Well, no. he's going to.
Yeah. And use a lot of lubricant. And yes, you can tear, and you can cause hemorrhoids, and you can cause bleeding, and you can hurt. You can hurt things. But
ouch.
Well, let me tell you, it's a small price to pay for the lifestyle.
Yeah. But and Adam, I was wondering, are you bisexual by any chance?
Sure.
You are?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Can I get your number after I hang up?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Listen, I'll do anything for numbers. I won't risk losing one listener, Drew.
Onward.
Hey, I'm not done exploring sexually.
All right.
You never know.
Although you did say today we could spend eternity on a desert island together and we'd get along because you're done exploring.
Oh, I said that?
Yeah.
I didn't say I was done exploring, did I?
Well, with me anyway.
I just said guys get along better with guys and girls get along better with girls. Drew, me and you could hang out. No problem.
Right.
Except for the whole sex part.
Right.
You'd warm up to me. Courtney.
Yes?
You're 17.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, I just want to ask, it's like a stupid little question, but I just wanted to ask you. A while ago, a few months ago, I, wrote to you guys and asked for your autographs, and Adam, you signed it MBV, and me and my friends were just wondering if that stood for Move to Boobville.
Oh, that's good, but it's actually Mayor of Boobville.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah, I just decided to abbreviate something because we'd had whole stacks of these things to sign, and I, like an idiot, I started by trying to write something clever. And with my spelling and my printing and all that combined, I got through about 3 of those. It took me 45 minutes. Drew had piled through his said, stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what a guess.
Well, I wanted to let you know that I'd be proud to nominate myself as events coordinator for Boobville.
Oh, really?
In case, Striptease on Ice ever wants to come to town and they need somebody to hook them up,
What are your qualifications?
Well, I'm actually new to the field, and I'd like to break myself in.
Okay. Well, I'm all about breaking in.
Okay. Well, my real question is that I'm 17 years old, as you said, and I have never had a boyfriend.
Hallelujah. You hear all these people calling every night here that have had boyfriends. Do they seem much happier than you? No.
No, although we're not talking to the elated.
No.
Right.
But what I was... Huh?
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that it's not that I haven't dated people. It's just that it seems... I don't know. I seem uncomfortable, around guys sometimes. I don't know.
Oh, what are you going into your senior year of high school?
Yeah.
Are you a good student?
Mm-hmm.
You going off to college?
Yes.
How much you weigh?
125.
Oh, that's not bad. How tall are you?
5'5".
No problem there. Would you consider yourself attractive?
People say that I am, but I kind of have a self-esteem problem, so...
Well, but that's why you feel uncomfortable around guys.
Yeah.
And you ever have an eating disorder?
What?
Did you ever have an eating disorder at all?
No.
Nothing like that ever went on? Okay. Yeah, this will work itself out. I'm guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
So far...
I was just hoping it would work itself out later.
Yeah, but you know what? Drew, what were we talking about on our morning walk today?
Which?
The part about losing one's virginity.
Oh, that way.
We decided the later the better.
Yeah, the later the better.
Especially for women.
Yes.
And this is not a societal moray thing. We're not passing judgment. We've just figured out that if you can hold out to about 18, you're just in better shape than if you give it up at 15.
And the same thing's true of having a serious relationship too. I mean, you will get sexually active probably before you're ready because the relationship will evolve, and that's harder to deal with than that's as much to deal with as just the physical part of it. I mean, having that new emotional connection that can be overwhelming.
All right. So who was that?
That was.
Courtney. What should you do? Hang up?
Courtney.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what's going on with me. So Courtney, you're fine. You're off the pace. Yeah, you're ahead of the game. You just don't know it because you're so damn lonely. But believe me, you are. All right, Drew. Sell the hell out of the next call.
All right. Here's Marie, whose 5-year-old son seems to be masturbating.
Well, here's one I can get into.
I'm starting to itch. LoveLine will be right back. Dr. Drew will say something brilliant, but no one will hear him because Adam will be making funny noises.
this is Carrot Top, and even losers like me listen to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Turn on your radio, they'll give you a big hug. It's LoveLine, get it? Ow!
Ow!
That poor guy.
What do you mean?
I see people giving him grief all the time now. I think you started something.
First off, no bigger fan of the top than producer Ann.
He is a nice guy.
Number two, the nicest guy in the world. And number three, probably makes a ton more money than you and I combined.
That's true.
So, and he's 10 years younger than you are. So who are you feeling sorry for?
All right.
Well, he's probably banging penthouse pets and stuff. Giving them the old stock. Do carrots have stocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Carrots slip into the stock.
Let's go. Gotta keep you on focus.
Well, they're stalks of celery, but carrots have a stalk on top, isn't it?
Right, it's the carrot top.
Yeah, the carrot top. All right, that's right. I got a lovely producer Ann with their perpetually puzzled look on her face. Marie.
Yes.
26.
Okay. My question is, it's a serious question. I'm really nervous about it. Okay, he's 5 years old. It appears to what he's doing, that's what it seems like, but I'm not real clear if that's what he's doing.
Well, describe to us what you observe.
Okay, he usually it doesn't matter if he doesn't hide or anything. He kind of like, he puts his hands down there. I mean, not like in his shorts or anything like that, but he puts both of his hands down there. He'll lay like on his stomach, and then he'll like be moving his legs, like in this weird thing. You can yell at him, you could try and get him to stop. He will not stop.
All right, so your 5-year-old lies on his stomach with both his hands down as if he's lying on his hands?
It seems that way. I mean, it's a weird thing that he's doing, and I don't know.
All right, and then he sort of gyrates around a little bit?
Yes.
And what does he tell you he's doing?
I asked him, I asked him, what are you doing? And he just says, no. He won't answer. I asked him, okay, well, I thought, okay, maybe he discovered that maybe there's a feeling there.
Right.
And I asked him, okay, does that feel good? He won't answer my questions.
Huh.
I mean, is that normal at 5 years old?
It's normal for them to hold themselves and yank on themselves and mess around with themselves, but to do something in a systematic way.
This has been a repetition thing.
Yeah, it's a little unusual.
No, don't worry. There's usually a window in there, but somewhere between like 12 and 13 and a half where they stop touching themselves, and then it's right back on it. And this time it's for good.
But, I mean, he's been doing this, as far as I can remember, since he was about 2.
Well, I mean, it might be just
would that suggest that something may have happened to him?
Not necessarily. I mean, you should bring it up with this pediatrician just to be...
Yeah, I'm paranoid to do that, because then I think, they're going to think something happened to him and this whole thing.
Not if you... what? You mean like your husband or your ex-husband or your concubine?
Husband, he passed away.
Oh.
But I'm figuring, I know that I was abused when I was younger, and I know the person who did it. And, I could, as far as I can remember, I think it was my father.
Has he been around this child?
Yes, he has. Now, as far as, everyone kept telling me, no, he would never do that to you. So I just kind of put it away, and it was, okay, maybe I was, thinking it, because it was kind of a bad situation with him and my mom. He'd kind of be in and out, and it was kind of like they...
who shot your husband?
Oh, no, he died of a natural cause. He had cancer.
How old was he?
Gosh, 28 when he passed away.
What kind of cancer do you have?
Well, it started out, they said it was in the stomach, and they could not control it. It was very fast. It wasn't something that any of us had warning
Was it
about.
lymphoma?
See, I don't know all the technical terms. I didn't get into any of the reports. I just dealt with the loss. We have 3 kids.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm a surgical technologist. I support all my kids.
Oh, baby.
And yes, Adam, I was 19 when I lost my virginity.
Oh, really?
Well, that's good.
There is hope.
Oh, baby. Oh.
But I don't know, as far as with my son, I don't know, and I thought, well, they sent home these papers.
All right, well, wait a minute. Hold on a second, Marie. Your dad molested you, right?
This is what I can figure. I know it happened.
What happened?
I know that I used to have the dreams and everything would go black. I never could actually get a picture of who it was. And when I brought it up to my family, they were kind of like, no, the usual denial type thing. So I just let it go. I wasn't going to dwell on it. I didn't want to ruin my whole childhood over it. I wasn't going to spend my teen years, finding ways to...
Well, how did you figure it out?
Well, actually, it hasn't been figured out. The only thing I'm assuming is if that was who did it, and with my son doing this, it just makes me wonder. I mean, this is like maybe 5-6 times a day. It isn't a...
All right, but having dreams of having been abused doesn't necessarily mean you were abused.
Well, from what he has said to me, see, I guess he saw my son doing that one day.
Yeah.
And he said to me, he says, well, don't you know that you used to do something like that when you were little?
Well, that's interesting.
And I thought, well, how would he... And he said the word masturbate. And I'm thinking, how would he know what that... I'm in the medical field. I don't know that was what he's doing. And I'm thinking...
Your dad said that?
He mentioned that to me, yeah. And
well, listen, it doesn't take a radiology technician to figure out when a kid is dry humping a beanbag pillow to think that he's masturbating. All guys know this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Marie. The kid is probably okay, but you want to err on the side of caution here.
Yeah,
you sound like a good mom. You've been through a ton. Talk to the pediatrician and figure out.
The child at that age have a lot of fear of reprisal for being sexual. So be very kind with them about it. Don't react too much to it, because as much as you react, you're going to make him anxious and threatened. Be very careful. Bring it up with the pediatrician gently, but don't be afraid. Don't not bring it up. I mean, that's one of the worst possible consequences of people being careful to screen for abuse. Withholding information from your doctor is the worst possible outcome. Talk to the pediatrician, let him or her decide what's going on, and I suspect things are okay.
Michelle, 16.
Hi, Adam. Hi, Drew.
Oh, you've been on hold for 119 minutes. God bless you.
Well,
Are you still 16 or are you 17 now?
I just had a quick question.
Yes?
I've been going out with my boyfriend for quite a while now, and when we were first going out, everything was great, but then he kind of started dressing in black all the time, and he started smoking pot and stuff like that, and now it's like he wants to sleep with me, and he wants to do stuff with me, and then when he tries and I tell him no, he gets angry at me, and I don't know how to tell him that I don't want to do stuff like that with him if he's gonna, smoke pot and stuff like that.
Someone got him a Marilyn Manson CD or something?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a good. You're good. I hope those guys are making a lot of money. They're really doing a great job on the idiots of society. What must it be like to be a performer and realize that your audience is comprised of young idiots and old posers? You old idiots who are 35 and pretend like you like Marilyn Manson. I see them around the radio station. Oh, yeah, we're into it. Aren't we? We're into it. Well, what are we into this week? Oh, yes. Yes, we're into it because the kids are into it. Big pussies. Oh, please. Oh, they were into Marilyn Manson at K-Rock.
Who are you talking
whenever
about?
they were playing Marilyn Manson.
Hello.
Oh, those music idiots. Come on.
I think Ann liked it.
Ann liked it. Ann was wearing...
Hardly.
Oh, Ann, you had a T-shirt.
No idea what you're talking about.
Oh, but you know what I'm talking about. The general mentality of people in their late 30s trying to pretend like they like crappy music so everyone will think they're young and so they don't get fired. That mentality. Everyone dyes their hair a different color like every other day, so everyone thinks they're hip and stuff. Not you, Ann.
She is.
I think I touched on something. I forgot about the hair. I was thinking of the guys.
I only just put more streaks in.
Okay.
I just weave it a
Michelle,
little.
what if you stop seeing the guy? I think you get the message loud and clear.
Well, it's kind of hard to do that because I've had people tell me that I should, but it's like I'm in love with him, and it's so...
No, you're not. No, you're not.
He's in love with the devil, Michelle.
Look at who he is becoming. That is who he is. You don't love that.
Well, it's not easy to break up with him, though.
I know it's not, especially your age, but you have to do it because you love that sort of essence that you still see in him, but that's not who he is. You're still idealizing based on who you want him to be. That's not who he is. He's the guy in dark that's smoking pot all the time now. And there are consequences to making those choices. He's going to lose somebody.
Hey, was he
and maybe, and you're leaving. Your departure might wake him up a little bit to make him want to make some change in a more positive direction.
Hey, Michelle, just for my own survey, was he kind of a geek before he got on this whole Marilyn Manson kick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. all you wussies out there that get on board with all this crap, you're making the transition from geek to poser. It's a rough transition. You fool everyone, but you don't fool me. I always know who you are, just by virtue of the fact that you're putting something on. Whenever I see anyone pushing something out there, I always go, what's that idiot hiding? His geeky past. This guy was a spindly little geek that got beat up by jocks in high school, and now he's become Mr. Beelzebub. Oh, get rid of this guy. He's an idiot. Oh, I can't stand these guys. What is that with me, Drew? How come I can't stand that? What's it speak? It speaks of something, but I can't stand all these idiot
guys. We'll keep talking while the rest of our audience goes on to a break.
Okay.
What's the music about?
What? Oh, the music?
LoveLine will be right back!
We're the G-spot on your radio dial.
Oh, yeah, right there.
LoveLine on 102.7.
Oh.
WEBN, Cincinnati.
Oh.
All right, we'll make it quick because I want to get back to Drew in this story. Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew. I want to thank the beautiful Lisa, the happy Sherry, and the angular one with the chameleon hair, producer Ann, who puts her feminine stink on the show on a nightly basis and is back with a vengeance. Also, the one-nut wonder engineer Mike for weaving his magic back there. So until next time, Sam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed herein are certainly opinions. That's for sure. If you'd like a written transcript of today's program, you probably should have written it down yourself. And if you did, we'd like a copy.
LoveLine producer Ann Wilkins.
This broadcast was copyright 1997 Westwood One Entertainment. This music is MXPX on Tooth and Nail Records.
Said Elbow. Elbow, stop dragging your butt across the carpet.